Right, welcome back to the Mr. Mute channel, and we're back for the preview of Manchester United versus Liverpool, which is at Old Trafford on Sunday. And you can catch my live reactions to that over on the Purple app, Twitch, and on TikTok. So I'll be live reacting to that on those two platforms. I post my reactions, the goal reactions, on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok as well. So if you do miss any of it, you can catch that over and there. But whilst we're here, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, what are you doing? Hit the like button as well. Like, you know what? It's your boy. I'm trying to grow as much as I can. I'm not one of those people that claims to know everything about football. I'm just a fan of Liverpool Football Club, and my reactions to Liverpool games are as genuine as they can be. Um, I'm a fan. Like, I have opinions on everything. I'm not saying my opinion is right and your opinion is wrong. I might strongly believe my opinion is right, and I'll fight it, but I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. Like, we'll always agree, it'll always come to a point where we agree to disagree. Unless you want to be a deluded fan and just be a twat about it, you know what I mean? That's not my business. But yeah, awful transfer window aside, like, don't get me wrong, we signed Chiesa, Mamadashvili for next summer. They give you a little bit of like, yeah, we did a few bit of business, but Chiesa wasn't a priority signing, was it? We knew we had to strengthen the number six. Zubimendi, the whole thing about Zubimendi flopped it. But you tried to tell me that the whole window we only had one name on that list for that number six position. Does it baffles me? And don't get me wrong, we have players that are capable of doing the job, like Gravenberch has been doing it in the past few weeks, and he doesn't look the worst. Curtis Jones capable of going into that position. Bacetic, we got Bacetic, Jones, Gravenberch. Like, there's plenty of potential in the team to do it, but it's just like you had all, like, we've been trying to do it for years. Chouameni was another one. Like there's been names that get thrown into the picture every season, every transfer window, but we can't seem to get the job done. Um, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Mamadashvili signing. It's a good look for the future because Alisson is getting older. Keller probably is going to move on. I don't see Keller staying. I see Alisson staying as number one. Mamadashvili will push him for that number one spot eventually. But I think Kelleher will be moving on. He said it. He said it numerous times. He wants number one, more game time because he is the number one for Ireland. If he wants to maintain that spot, he's going to need more time at league level, club level. So he's going to be the one that moves on. I think. I don't think it'll be Alisson that moves on. Um, but like Chiesa, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to see him on the pitch, and I am happy that we have signed him. But it wasn't an area that we needed to spend, like, at the money that we spent for him. Don't get me wrong, we spent about what 10, 12 million on him plus add-ons. We saw Bobby Clark for more than that. But it's an interesting one because in the transfer window alone, we have let a lot of our youngsters go out on loan. Badsetic was one that I was very reluctant on because Barcelona were linked with him as well, and I know Barcelona can't afford him, and he has gone to Salzburg with Bobby Clark. I'm happy about that in the sense that he's gone to the right club on loan. I think Salzburg is going to give him game time and the experience that he needs, and obviously he's back with Pep Linders over there, so it's not the worst. I think at Barcelona, if that loan move would have been the worst loan move possible, because if he went there and became a star of Barcelona, you know, Patetic being Spanish, they would have managed to convince him that this Barcelona is the place to be, blah blah blah, and I think that would have got into his head. And I don't think he would have come back to Liverpool the same player. But I think Bacetic to Salzburg is good. Good in the sense that the loan move has happened and he's gone to the right club. I still think he had a very good chance of being in this Liverpool first team picture this season. Obviously, Bobby Clark's gone. Bobby Clark is an actual sale, and Harvey Blair is an actual sale. I think most of the other ones are all youngsters on loan. Cade Gordon's gone out. Lewis Kumas has gone out. McConnell and a lot of other players have gone out as well on loan. Ben Doak as well yesterday went out on loan to Middlesbrough. A lot of them have gone to championship teams, which is very good level of football to be playing at. I think most of them will have amazing seasons, to be fair. Kumas already is having an amazing season at Stoke. But our team is very thin, you know. Our team is very thin at the moment. And at the moment, no injuries, etc. So it doesn't look too bad on us. But when the injuries start arriving, we could be in trouble, you know. I mean, like don't get me wrong. Transfer window overall rating, I'm giving it a 5. I think, yeah, the two signings get me happy and make me think, yeah, we did a bit of business, but in general, I think the transfer window is a bit of a letdown. We didn't strengthen in the areas we needed to strengthen in, really. Chiesa, like, don't get me wrong, the name Chiesa is very good. The name that we brought to Liverpool is very good, and he is something special, and we are going to be in for a treat when we see him. But it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, we already have the likes of Gakpo, Jota, Darwin, Salah, Diaz. Like, did we need a sixth person up top? Like, I'm not complaining about it as much, but I really did wish that we'd strengthened in other areas of the pitch. But an overall rating of a transfer window, I'd say 5. I don't think we did anything special. I think we did the bog standard. But here's the but. You know what I mean? If we can somehow there's no better game to come after a shitty transfer window than a game at Old Trafford against the rivals in Manchester United, you know. And if we can go there and do the job and win, then you know what, Onslaught, you might be onto something, you know. I know he's given a chance to Tyler Morton, and I've been high on Tyler Morton for a long time. I think he's got all the attributes to be an amazing player. I think if he wasn't English, he would have been talked about a lot more. I think the fact that he's English and he's in the England setup, I think there's not enough talked about him. Like, all the stats that he has to his name, like the loan season he had at Hull last year was amazing. The stats that he was performing, the stats that he's giving off, right? If he was a foreigner, he would be getting so much applaud right now. But the fact that he's English, he's not getting enough attention, and that's criminal. It's criminal. But I fully believe in him, and I think he's got a good future at Liverpool. And I'm glad that Arnie hasn't sent him on loan. I think there was talks about him potentially going on loan. Maybe it was him or Bajcetic, but I think both of them could have stayed. Like, you got to think, we have Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League extended format, and then Premier League as well. It's 4 competitions. That's plenty of games. There's going to be loads of games where these players can get some game time. And believe me, if this team that gets put out on Sunday, which I think is going to be an unchanged team, but if this team was capable of playing every game of every competition, then fine. All these youngsters that are going out on loan, it makes sense. But I don't. This team is going to be there's going to be injuries. It's football. Injuries happen at the worst times. It happens at all moments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But we just, I don't know if we've left ourselves a little bit too thin, but I'm hoping we haven't. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. Man United, I think they've had a decent window. They've signed a few players, and the main player that I can think of is Ugart. I don't think he'll be registered in time, and if he is, he won't be starting. He'll be on the bench minimum. But I think that's a very good signing. The rest of the signings don't really scream out anything special to me. Maybe Joshua a bit, Xerxes up top. I don't know, but I think this is the game where we're going to see our defense tested a bit more. I think Brentford and Ipswich maybe had a few knocks on the door, but I don't think we were tested as much. But I think this game, I think Alisson's going to be tested. I think our defense in general is going to be tested, and I think they need to be for it. And I think that midfield against Brentford, that midfield for Liverpool was very, very tame. The forwards had nothing to climb onto or grab onto or anything. So I think that midfield today on Sunday needs to be on point. And you know, I think Gravenberch he's going to start, and he's going to have to start, you know, adapting to this new position. And obviously, the games as games go on, people are going to start wanting to see more of him. The first few games, maybe you can sort of letting him off a little bit because he's like adapting to a new position, etc. But the more games go into season, the more people are going to want from him. Szoboszlai looked a bit tired in that game as well. McAllister does McAllister's job. Our front three weren't bad, but they didn't have much to feed off. I think they're all going to be rallied up for this Sunday. I think the mindset is there now. We've got another 3 points and keeps us up at the top end of things. Like, it is still very early on, and defeat isn't the worst case scenario. Obviously, I don't want to lose at Old Trafford to the rivals over there. But you know, if we were to lose, you know, it's not the end of the world, and it's early in the season still. But you know, that's my overall thoughts on the transfer window and the Sunday game. I still think Liverpool win. I think we come out 3-1 victorious over the Man United. The worst side of Man United, but you know, that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below. Comment down below all your thoughts. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, then let me know. We can have a debate, you know, a healthy football debate. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to me, follow all my socials in the bottom right of your screen, And I will catch you live on Sunday, 15 minutes before kickoff on both Twitch and TikTok. Have a good weekend. You'll never fucking walk alone. Peace.